What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance Crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today I got another video for you guys. It's another gaming-related video, which I've already told you I want to do more of. This video is from the same content creator that I've reacted to before. It is Data is Beautiful, the channel that does the animated charts, and you get a chance to see different types of categories and rankings based on however much something sold or however much something was popular at a particular time. This video in particular is about the most sold video games of all time from 1989 to 2019. And I'm just curious to see what periods did a game explode. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know which games are going to be the most popular. Like, you got games like Tetris, Mario Brothers, or Super Mario Brothers. You have Minecraft, things like that. Like, I want to know, when did the games become the #1 selling games of all time? So with that being said, let's jump into this. This is starting off on Q2 of 1989. Let's see. All right. It says New Super Mario Brothers 3 and New Super Mario Brothers Land, but I think you just erase those words. Erase the word new. Okay, so Super Mario Land is the #1 selling game of all time. Just a quick note. Super Mario Land was probably the first Game Boy game that I ever played. I didn't own a Game Boy. My grandmother actually had a Game Boy in her house, and I would go over her house and play it, and that was the only time I ever played Super Mario Land until I became older and found out about ROMs and emulators. But that was the first time that I ever played it, and the thing that stuck out to me first of all, was the music. The music is, for me, one of the best sounds that Super Mario game has ever made. Just the first level and the Egyptian themed level, and then they got so many other stuff. Like, they have like an Asian themed level, and then you got the submarine, and I wish it would have expanded more. I know the Super Mario Land 2 expanded further and had like many different worlds in it, but I wish the first game would have had more worlds also. It was a really good game. All right, so Tetris has just become #1. I think Tetris actually like stays #1 for a while. Never played Myst, but I've heard a lot about it. Like, that was one of those pioneer games. Pokemon. Now, I was part of that initial. I was part of those sales in that Pokemon game. Pokemon is one of my favorite series of all time. Like, I love Pokemon. Now, with that being said, I'm still pissed off at what they did with Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm not going to blindly just follow Pokemon, but at the same time, just know that I am a huge Pokemon fan. Matter of fact, most people that you hear talking crap about Pokemon Sword and Shield are big-time Pokemon fans. Because I can tell you right now, if Pokemon was a series I didn't care about, I wouldn't say anything about it. Like, I don't care about Madden, for example. So you don't hear me talking crap about their business practices and the lack of innovation that each game has when they release a new version. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of it, so I don't speak on it. The reason why people like me are passionate about Pokemon Sword and Shield is because we do give a damn about this series. We do want it to improve and become greater, and we see that it's becoming stagnant. We know it can do better. We want it to do better. So we call out the things that are issues to us, and it's up to Pokemon it's up to the Pokemon company whether they want to take our critiques into consideration or not. But I can't support bad business practices. I can't. I knew going into the whole Dexit situation that they were going to use the Pokemon Home as a way to try to monetize the national Pokédex. I knew it from day one. Like, I knew they were going to have this service where, I mean, I can go deeper into it. It would probably make this video too long, but yeah, go in the comment section. Leave a comment if you want me to talk about it, because I am perfectly open to, expressing myself. Now, with that being said, if Pokemon were to go back to the old days where the the journey was a lot more complicated and intricate, it wasn't just like a streamline. Like take Victory Road for example. On the older games, Victory Road was like a chasm of different entrances and tunnels and like this entire almost like side quest that you have to do just to get through this maze of caverns and stuff. But now Victory Road is just like hardly nothing. It's just a. When was the last time you heard a story about Victory Road? How many times do you hear? Like you don't hear any more stories about like Mount Moons, like where you have these areas where it's just complicated. Nowadays, it's just so streamlined, and it's like they're trying to simplify the game too much when the game was already rather simplified to begin with. They really like they started getting more deeper into it, and then like by adding new types and all these behind the scenes mechanics that were easy to play, difficult to master, and now it's like they're going back and trying to make it more simplified again. But they're taking away the things that were complicated with the old games. I know that was a long rant. I'm sorry. But I had to get that off my chest. Alright, we're in 1998. Tetris is still dominating. Pokemon is starting to climb the charts. The Sims. The original Sims, another great game that I wish that it seems like they always kind of monetize their games with expansion packs and stuff like that, but it seems like they're really starting to get like simplified kind of. I mean, it's about time Sims 5 came out. Am I wrong in saying that? Like Sims 4 has been out for how long? Bring Sims 5 through. It's about time. The original Sims used to actually scare me a bit. It wasn't as cartoony as it is nowadays. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Another amazing game. To this day, it's still probably my favorite Grand Theft Auto game of all time. Even past Grand Theft Auto 5. Just all the stuff you could do in it. They just added so much to that game. Vice City was good too, but San Andreas was my game. Alright, now here I think is the real new Super Mario Brothers. Modern Warfare 2. Grand Theft Auto 4. Minecraft. Just explode. Just explode. But that's kind of cheating though. Minecraft is on everything. I'm pretty sure there's Commodore 64s out there that got Minecraft installed on them. Yeah, Diablo 3. Oh, yeah, it says on the side. I was just looking at the logo. Skyrim. About time the next Elder Scrolls comes out too. If Skyrim didn't have mods, it would not be on this list. Skyrim needs mods. It completely changes the game, like entirely. Grand Theft Auto 5 is up there. Okay. So at the end of the day, this is well, not the current, because right now I think we're in Q2 of 2020. Yeah, as of right now, I'm pretty sure Minecraft is still number one. I don't think there has been a game that's come out within the last couple of quarters that would appear on this list. But yeah, San Andreas is still up there. Skyrim is kind of the same as Minecraft in that it comes out on everything, so those numbers are almost inflated. Like, if Minecraft and Skyrim were basketball players, they would be the Russell Westbrooks. Like stat pattern or stat pattern. Um, Black Ops 2. I played a little bit of that. Didn't really get too big into it. Mario Kart Wii. Played the hell out of that. Diablo 3. Never really got into Diablo. I did play Diablo 2 for a while. Um, it Diablo 2 is the type of game that if it came out nowadays would be a mobile game with microtransactions. Because it seems like everything is built on collecting loot. Even more so than actually just fighting the enemies. It's more so about collecting the best items. And for me, that screams microtransaction. Nowadays, they would have some type of energy system that you can only play the game as long as you have the energy to do so. Once the energy runs out, you got to buy more energy with real money or with some type of in-game currency that you would need real money to get a lot of. And they'll have events that you can get the best items, and only people that are going to get those items are the whales and the krakens who spend like thousands of dollars. Super Mario Brothers is still up there. I love that. I love that fact. Wii Fit. That was one of those games that people probably played for the first 1 or 2 months. I wouldn't even say 2 months. 1 month and then forgot about it. Tetris, always a legendary game, which is actually a shame because I've heard that the person that created Tetris didn't make any money because he was from the Soviet Union, and at that time, you weren't making any money. If you you had to share with the state, and from what I hear, he got a very bad deal, so he didn't really make hardly any money off Tetris. Now, I could be wrong about that. Let me know if I am. PUBG. I was about to say where is Fortnite, but Fortnite is free, so I don't think they can really put that on best sales list. Yeah, I was about to say, do people still play PUBG, but obviously they do. Grand Theft Auto 5, again another great game, a great game that's made even better with mods. You have not played Grand Theft Auto 5 until you've played the story mode with the superhero mod or the Superman mod. You got to do it. Also, the in-game editor that allows you to just like create just about anything. You can transform your character into animals. I can't tell you how many times I've turned myself into a mountain lion and just went through the city and just mauled people. You could transform yourself into literally just about anything. It's just if you're going to transform yourself into a fish, shark, or whale, make sure you're in water, because it will instantly kill you. And Minecraft, of course, is another game that was made great with mods. There was a mod that was created. It was called Dragon Block C that I played a lot of. And sadly, the creator of it passed away about a year or two ago. But he created a mod that pretty much has an entire Dragon Ball Z system in it. Like, it has a mission system that allows you to fight against the main Dragon Ball Z villains, kind of like a story mode. Like, you first start off fighting against Raditz, and then like the next mission you fight against Cybermen, then the next mission you fight against Nappa, then Vegeta, and it just goes through the story mode like that. It has an entire like video system in it. So like, if depending on what race you choose to be, if you're a Saiyan, you have to train to get better, and then like once you hit a certain point, you can unlock the Super Saiyan ability. And then like you train some more, and once you get to another point, you can get Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3. They got Frieza's race that lets you go from the first transformation. Again, you got to train, and then you get the second transformation, third, and then finally the fourth one. They have Namekians. They have Half Saiyans. They have... It's just a ton of content that was made for that game. He also had a Naruto mod as well. I didn't play that one, but I mean, it sounds pretty self-explanatory. But just the thing that he did with that mod was amazing. So if you want to check it out, just type in Dragon Block C, and it'll pop up. It'll take you to the website. It has instructions on how to download it and things like that and install it. It's amazing. Just give it a try. Now, with that being said, I'm imagining this video is all wrapped up. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for this video. So I'm Devon DaVinci. Hopefully, just been a little bit more enlightened. I look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Until then, I'm gonna give you the deuces, and I'm signing out. Deuces.